match, FAI National League reached an exciting climax. 3 clubs, Derry City, Dundalk and Shelbourne, went into this afternoon's final series of games with every chance of taking the championship. Derry City travelled to St Mel's Park with a 1-point lead over Dundalk and Shelbourne. The County Louth side played Galway in their last match, while Shells entertained Pats in Tolka Park. Well, this was the most exciting finale to a league campaign since 1991, when Dundalk won in Cork. George Hamilton went to Athlone, Peter Collins to Dundalk, and Jimmy McGee to Tolka Park, as the last couple of hours of this extraordinary season reached new heights in tension and excitement. And in Athlone, a huge Derry crowd were in attendance, and Felix Healy was hiding his excitement pretty well, considering the pressure he was under.
Well, I'm not so bad. Obviously, a wee bit nervous. The players are very nervous. It's like a rehearsal for the cup final. I think the players know what today is about. You know, it's been a long time coming, and you know, very long day yesterday, very long morning. They just can't wait to get started.
Well, the good news at Oriel Park this morning for Dundalk manager Dermot Keely was that his team reported fit and well, so they're at full strength for today's vital game against Galway United. The players know exactly what they have to do today. A win is essential for Dundalk if they're to maintain their chances of winning this year's Bord Gáis National League Premier Division title. But of course, a lot will depend on the other results from around the country, most particularly in Athlone and back at Tolka Park. A short time ago, I spoke to Dermot Keely. Because of the importance of this game, have you said anything different to the players than you normally do pre-match?
No, we've really had the same team talk for the last 8 weeks. Just we dragged ourselves back in now. I think it's important that we don't think we've achieved anything yet. We've guaranteed Europe, but I think we would feel very badly today if results go our way somewhere else and we don't do the work here ourselves.
Yeah, that would be the worst possible scenario, of course.
Absolutely. But especially for the players, I think they've acquitted themselves so well over the year that I would hate to see, I hate for anybody to say that, you know, when the crunch came, that they weren't up for it.
This is Tolka Park, Shelbourne's last league warm-up of the season. 4 months ago, even the most faithful of Shelbourne fans couldn't have believed that it would come down to the wire like this. Then they only had their head barely above water towards the flooded basement. And yet, 4 days ago, they went to Derry, probable favourites to win the championship. But now, a bit like Dundalk, they're playing catch-up. It seems entirely appropriate in this remarkable season, when the championship has had more different leaders than a banana republic, that with 90 minutes to go, 3 clubs are still there in contention. Well, at least the players can get out on the field and get it out of their systems. But what about the managers? Colin Murphy, for instance, manager of Shelbourne. What are you going to do for the afternoon? How do you keep in touch?
Well, you get your satisfaction in different ways. You get your satisfaction out of watching players improve individually, and you get satisfaction out of watching the team become more competent collectively. And I've said to the players before the game, look, you've won a prize. You're in Europe, and you've done it with a game to spare. Absolutely marvellous. You're still playing for the championship, and I reminded them of Sheffield United last year, that with 50 seconds to go, they were in the Premier Division, and with 30 seconds to go, they were in Division 1.
Derry City set the most important match of their season in motion. A big crowd down from the banks of the Foyle for this one. Golden going in, and McLaughlin. Still Donal Golden. And Golden has scored! And Athlone Town are sensationally in front. 13 seconds on the clock. Just a little touch off Stuart Gold and over Dermot O'Neill, and it's 1-0. What a start.
So the Dundalk players know exactly what they have to do today. Goals are essential. That's on by Mick Doohan. Peter Whitnell with the chance. Doohan again, and it's just over. So the first chance coming after just 30 seconds of the game here at Oriel Park. The corner now to be taken by Joe Hanrahan. He's got the wind to aid the in-swinger. It goes close, but well saved by Joey Power, and the Galway United goal. Remains 0-0 at Oriel Park. So another corner to Dundalk. They certainly have been applying the pressure. Just 10 minutes gone now. And the corner comes in, knocked on, and that's James Call with the header. The Dundalk captain coming close again.
Throw to Derry City. Paul McLaughlin for Liam Coyle. Facing him, Barry Murphy. Still it's Coyle. And Liam Coyle has scored a sensational equaliser. What about that? Well, it takes a player of the class and genius of Liam Coyle to spot an opening like that. He curled it wide of Shane Curran, and that's 1-1.
18 minutes gone at Tulka Park, no goals in the game. Here's Dunn's corner. The goalkeeper getting a touch to it. It's Brian Mooney over the top.
Well, Dundalk must be wondering what they have to do to score here today. Here's another chance. Oh, and just wide of the post again, it was Mick Doohan. Well, he came so close there to opening the scoring here at Oriel Park. They certainly deserve one at this stage. It was down to Whelan's well-floated free kick. Brian Byrne got the first touch, and then Doohan, and agonisingly wide of the post.
So many radios being listened to at Tulka Park, keeping check on all of the games. That was John McDonald's clearance, flicked on there by Brian Flood. John Byrne, number 2 of Pat's, blocked down by Rutherford. Byrne and Rutherford, and yet another clash. They've had a great battle all afternoon at Tulka. 10 minutes to half-time. Pat Kelly gives the free kick to Shelburne. And here's Tommy Dunn again. Again, a lovely floater. Ray Duffy up with the header, but firmly held by Gareth Byrne. Good save.
Coyle's equaliser offering Derry the platform to maybe go on and win this and win the title with it. But Athlon's defence has been resolute throughout. But here's a chance for Boudicca. Oh, and what a splendid save by Shane Curran. Well, Boudicca seized on the opportunity as the ball broke free. But what about this for a save? Boudicca's shot bang on target, but the Roscommon Intercounty forward leaping to pull it away.
Well, Dundalk have had at least 6 chances on goal, but it remains 0-0 here at Oriel Park. The ball cleared once again by the Galway defence. That was Mark Herrick getting in the clearance. It's back into the danger area. Punched clear by Power. Falls to Mick Doohan. Doohan gets it back into the danger zone. The keeper has it. No, he hasn't. And that's Anto Whelan off the post. Brian Byrne finishes it, but already the referee has blown for an infringement. Here we see the replay. We can see exactly what happened. Joey Power, who's been doing well this afternoon at Oriel Park.
Mark Rutherford for Shelburne, coming more into the game now. Dunn feeding it back to him. Noel Murner goes across as the cover. It's not a bad looking cross either. Comes off the head of young Ray Carlin. This is Brian Mooney, tricky on the ball. 2 good feet. Turning inside and out. Stephen Gagan trying to lay it on. But off the defender, back out to Flood. Flood to Dunn. Arthurs has just pulled off his marker. Trying to supply the cross. Done again. Mooney back post. But it got a touch and it's gone for a corner. Last minute of the half, and the news from everywhere else is that, like here, it's a draw.
Derry City still chasing that elusive lead goal. Athlone Town defending with some spirit. It's Doolan now for the Candy Stripes. Now Stuart Gold. Plenty of men in the middle for him, but he's gone for the little one for Coyle. McLaughlin losing his footing, appeared to be tripped. The referee has a look. Oh, and Gerard Perry has gone for the penalty. Well, if this is to be the winning of the league, I'd have to say I think that's harsh justice. Coyle seemed to trip the defender who fell on the ball. So here's Stuart Gold, 37 out of 38 successes, but not the 39th time. Dismay for the Derry City president, Phil Coulter. Shane Curran pawing away the penalty.
Dundalk must be wondering what they have to do to score here at Oriel Park. They dominated the first half. They're dominating this second half. This is Brian Byrne on the break. A good turn inside. This Peter Whitnell now with a chance. Whitnell to Hanrahan. And a great save by Joey Power, the standing keeper. How well he did there. Hanrahan, point-blank shot. And Joey Power sticking out the fist and getting the ball away. So unlucky for Dundalk. Here we see it again. It was Brian Byrne's initial break. Peter Whitnell had an opportunity. Laid it out to Joe Hanrahan. He struck it well, but the keeper saved it. Again, Dundalk making progress. Stephen Kelly, the header saved. Power again. Well, he certainly is having an outstanding day. What do Dundalk have to do to score? Watch this for a reaction save. Well done, Joey Power.
Still no goals at Tulka Park. A very nervous game, particularly Shelburne. They know that the odds are really great here today. Great prize at stake. That's Nugent knocking it down for Jason Byrne, and Jason Byrne tucks it away, and that surely puts Shelburne into third place of the three in contention. The cross from Carlin came off Nugent the sub. Good finish by Jason.
Well, the crowd are letting the Dundalk players know it's still 1-1 down at St. Mel's Park. So Dundalk everything to play for with just around 15 minutes to go now here at Oriel Park. Eddie Van Boxtel now with a long clearance upfield. Tom McNulty has beaten the offside trap. McNulty round Joey Power. This must be the lead. It is Dundalk 1-0. Tom McNulty the scorer. He scored a vital goal when they won the championship in '91. Has he done it again? The clearance by Eddie Van Boxtel. McNulty beat the offside trap, knocked it round Power and slotted the ball home with consummate ease. So Dundalk now going all out for the goal that would certainly clinch the 3 points and possibly the league championship. Mick Doohan with the shot, it's 2! 78 minutes gone. Mick Doohan certainly has clinched the match for Dundalk, but what about the championship? Well, here we see it again, a beautiful back heel there by Brian Byrne, and how well Mick Doohan finished it.
2 minutes to go, and 2 very definitely the number. The Derry City players know that it's 2 to Dundalk, and they've got to win this if they're to win the championship. They've been piling everything into attack without much success. It's Gold. Oh, the keeper's lost it into course off the line, and that could well be Derry City's last hurrah.
Yes, the word has filtered through to Tolka. All that's left for Shelburne now is consolation. Flood crossing it over. Drops back down to Stephen Gagan, and he finds the target, as so often in the past, particularly last season. 1-1. Ray Duffy up there with the front man. When it broke to Gagan, he was very definite. Good finish indeed. 1-1. Unfortunately for Pats, the 14th draw of the league, in which they lost only 6 games.
We can hear over the tannoy, they're still playing at St. Mel's Park in Athlone. The wait here is agonising for everybody involved. But the final whistle has gone to St. Mel's, and it's time for the celebrations to begin at Oriel Park. Dundalk have won the Bord Gáis National League Premier Division 2-0 today against Galway United, and they take their first championship since 1991.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. What a nice piece, and what a dramatic